G'day guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wildkard. Thank you for watching the Wildkard Rugby Show. Like, comment, and subscribe. And yes, this is Super Rugby Review, Waratahs versus the Reds. And yes, this is State of Origin Week 1. So, with this little game in the bag, right, I have a pretty good feeling by the end of next week, Her Majesty's loyal landers are going to be 2-0 up over the New South Welshmen, okay? And why did I say that? You know, I don't watch rugby league. I don't. But I watch a lot of rugby league news content. Yes, I find the rugby league news content more enjoyable, more entertaining than the game of rugby league. I know. I'm not lying. I'm serious. And according to the news, the new Blues coach, Maguire, is a little bit of a genius, a little bit of a mastermind, a little bit of a, wild card, you might say, going into this first test of State of Origin, right? And he has made the bold decision to sack the Australian captain. Where did he get that idea from? I don't know. He's a bit of a genius, I guess. And James Tedesco, that is. And he also decided to hire the future of the Wallabies. Where did he get that idea from? I don't know. I'm just saying. The future of the Wallabies, Joseph Suaalii, to play in the State of Origin series. Now, a lot of people are not happy about this, obviously, because you're building to the future. Who can't play for you next year? He's playing for the Wallabies. So a lot of people are questioning his decision. And he's saying, I know. I've known Joseph from a very young age. We used to be friends. We used to go way back. Me and Joseph, that's what he literally said. We used to go way back. Oh, mates, right? That's why I selected him. And then I remembered, Maguire was at the Rugby League World Cup in 2021. And, New Zealand got eliminated by Australia. But the team that did play Australia in the final was Samoa. And who was playing a fullback for Samoa? Joseph Suaalii. Oh, yes. Genius. He never forgets. And, so we will see. We will see in, my prediction, easy win for the Reds. Easy win for the Queenslanders. And, let me know your thoughts. So, with that out of the way, this was also, let's talk about this game. The Waratahs was having some sort of go back to old school days or something. I don't even know, right? I don't know the catch words. But basically, all the players were out there wearing their school socks. And, there might as well be schoolboys out there in the first half because, my goodness, that was bad. The Reds was running training drills out there and were just scoring at will, right? And you look like the Reds was actually getting a bit bored from scoring. And, luckily for the New South Wales fans, the men showed up to work at halftime, and I don't know what they fed these people at halftime, what juice they were sipping on, because second half, the Waratahs team came out, actually played like a real, legitimate professional team. And, first half, the Waratahs was getting dominated in scrums. Lionel was throwing not straight. Schoolboy era, right? Dropping the balls everywhere. Literally, puns intended there. And second half, they came out, actually winning a tight head against the Red Scrum, one of the best scrums in the competition, Penny Ravai and Tumanga Allen, actually winning a tight head in that against the Reds. Front rowers, not dropping the ball anymore, scoring tries, literally playing the same style of rugby as the Reds, but winning. I know. How good is that? And so really, please, Waratahs, let everybody know what juice you're sipping on at halftime because I really want some. And Reds second half completely just clinging on to try to win the game, trying to kick penalty goals. I was really worried when the Reds were kicking penalty goals because you can really see that the confidence evaporated from the Reds team and it was just fingernails clinging onto the game. And luckily for the Reds, mini Bernard Foley Jr., right, Bowen, he literally looked like Bernard Foley. If he had a mask on, I would actually think that he is Bernard Foley. Not only that he has the same body shape, but the way he his kicking technique, the way he wobbles before he does the kick, Uh, look exactly like Bernard Foley for some reason. I don't know what's going on there, and he he missed a kick from almost 50 meters out. He slipped a bit, and just like Bernard Foley, his range probably was just not quite there. Foley can't kick anything more than about 45. So yeah. How did they get this guy? I mean, anyways, let me know if you think he looked like Bernard Foley out there. But man, that was a good debut for him. He had a chance to, like if he had landed that kick, he slipped a little bit. If he had landed that kick, would have won the game for the Waratahs. The Reds were so desperate trying to hold on to that 1 point lead at the end. The Waratahs built 20 faces before finally someone in the Reds team, the man, Fraser McRae, stood up and winning the turnover and ending the game. It was quite a nail biter at the end, and really, really, really good second half. Can't say that for the first half, but really, really good second half. And so with that being said, let's have a look at some of the match stats. The Waratahs, if you look at the match stats, you would think that they probably could have won the game if they didn't just throw away 3 points in the first half. 584 run meters to the Reds, 445. 30 turnovers conceded to the Reds, 6. And, 94 tackles made, 18 missed tackles. They probably didn't have to, they hardly made any tackles in the second half, the Waratahs. 249 tackles made by the Reds, 28 missed tackles. Like, it was all Waratahs in the second half. 20 kicks for the Waratahs, the Reds, 25 kicks for themselves. A bunch of missed kicking for both teams. What's his name? Liner missed the kick right in front in the second half, and that could have cost them the game. Luckily, the Reds had another shot later in the game to kind of pull ahead. But man, that was close. And lineouts, like I said, in the first half, the Waratahs literally throwing the lineouts away. 16 lineouts, 2 lost for the Waratahs. Only 5 lineouts for the Reds and 1 lost. And in terms of percentage, the Waratahs actually had a better percentage overall. The Reds scrum 7 wins, 1 loss on their own feed. The Waratahs were conceding penalties, not in in the first half, so that they didn't technically lose any of their scrums, but they were conceding penalties from the Reds in their scrummaging. And overall, the Waratahs only conceded 4 penalties. And considering that there was at least one of them were a scrum penalty, so the Waratahs only conceded 3 penalties the entire game. That is outstanding discipline for the Waratahs. 9 conceded for the Reds. And boy, how did they not win this one for the Waratahs is just, they can only blame themselves. Honestly, there were just freebies given away in the first half. And let's have a look at some of the free points that was given away. So, just a bit of quick recap. The Waratahs basically was under the pump early in the game. 5 minutes into the game, the sustained pressure from the Reds, pick and go, eventually got really close to the try line. Uru picked and go himself, went over the try line. Initially, the referee says no try. TMO review says good enough. 7 points to 0. 18 minutes into the game, Reds gets their second try on the board. This was just 3 points. 3 points for the Reds. If this try wasn't scored, this could have been a win for the Waratahs. So there was a penalty. Tate McDermott took a quick tap, and the entire Waratahs team were just standing there, looking at each other, talking, and then it was oh, he just scored? It was that bad. Okay? 14 points to 0. Completely freebie for the Reds. 21 minutes into the game. Another try for the Reds. It was just looking way too easy at this point. The ball just... the Reds did a little back door kind of play. The ball just went out to the backs, and then just good hands across to the end across the field. Paisami to Crichton to Campbell to McRae to Fluke, down the sideline. Try time, easy as that. 18 points to 0. 27 minutes into the game, it looked like there was another try for the Reds. There was a nice little scrum penalty to the Reds, and the ball went out the back door, running down the sideline. There was a nice little kick behind by Greeley, and there was Junkyard Dog was there, and then there was, who was that even? I think it was Josh Fluke that eventually got there, grounded the ball, and the referee had a look. Junkyard Dog pushed the play out of the way, leading to this try. So no try. If he hadn't stuck his hand out, if he just ran shoulder to shoulder without a player, would have been completely fine. But yeah, really a bit unnecessary there for him to kind of stuck his hand out. Tried declined, and that was it. Half time, 19 points to nil to the Reds. I think there was it a penalty kick somewhere, but no, there was 19 points to nil for the Reds. That's it. Half time, second half, 6 minutes into the second half. Finally, the Waratahs score their first try, and there was just some nice little sustained pressure. The ball went out to Jed Halloway. Hunter Paisami looked like he tried to go for an intercept and he missed. And then Jed Halloway was just wide open, ran in for the try. 5 points to 19. They missed the conversion here. Should have got this one. Quite an easy kick. 49 minutes into the game, the Reds get themselves on the reply. Scrum inside the Waratahs 22. Got the ball out and just, crash ball. Eventually, Hunter Paisami crashed the ball over. 24 points to 5. And then 53 minutes in the game, they were just, Waratahs looked at what the Reds were doing and thought, hey, we can do that too. Just raw crash ball rugby. What's his name? Lockie Swinton made a nice run, bumped over a bunch of players, and eventually the ball got really close to try line. Quick pick and go by Funo Kalafi, the hooker who couldn't throw the ball straight in the first half. In the second half, he's scoring tries. I know. What did you drink at halftime? Please let me know. Right? He crashed over 12 points to 24. And then 62 minutes of the game, the Waratahs front rowers actually won a tight head. I know. Please let us know your secrets. I want some juice. And after this, 67 minutes into the game, the Reds were just looking really desperate at this point. They feel the pressure. They tried to go for a penalty goal, which is a little bit uncharacteristic. And Liner hit the goalpost 67 minutes in. And then after this penalty was missed, Waratahs building more pressure inside the Reds' half. And again, another little nice ball out the back. And then just good hands down the sideline. Peresi ran through a little gap, offload. And the guy on the wing, what's his name? Dylan Pish ran in for the try for the Waratahs. And suddenly the Waratahs ahead, 26 points to 24. Did I miss a try here somewhere? Oh yeah, no, sorry, I did miss a try. So before this try was scored, 62 minutes, Bowen actually got a try. The Waratahs, again, just building some pressure inside the 22. There was a nice little grabber kick behind, and the ball ricocheted off one of the Reds players, and then Bowen just perfectly lined up his run to this ricochet, went in, ground the ball, try time there, and it was 19 points to 24. And then, this one, the one Dylan Pish scores on the 70 minutes, 26 points to 24, and then he's looking quite desperate for the Reds. There was a penalty that was given out 74 minutes, and pretty much right after this try was scored, it was 50 meters out, right on halfway, and Liner kicked this one through with still maybe 10 yards to spare. So it's really good to see that he actually has a distance for that. And really calm and collected, got this one through and got the Reds back in front by 1 point. And finally, the Waratahs, 2 minutes left on the clock. Penalty, 40 meters out, 45 meters out maybe. Bowen. Bernard Foley Jr. slipped, maybe. I don't know if he slipped or not, but it was just a bit of a shocking kick. Completely missed. And Waratahs one last attempt. 20 phases inside the Reds half. Looking really dangerous. Any penalty could win the game. And then Fraser McDermott turned the ball over. Game over. Reds winning this one, 27 points to 26. I'm really grateful. Not just because the Reds won, but it is State of Origin season. To have this win is really comforting as a Queenslander. And yes, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predictions for the State of Origin game. And thanks for watching. I need to go to bed. I'm really tired. So see you guys later and have a good one. Cheers.